Hey, this is Angel Power, and we're going to talk about this hurricane stuff that's going on. So here we go.
On barrier islands reeling from Milton's impact. Homes and neighborhoods completely rocked as efforts to rebuild start back once again. Sam Brock has more tonight.
In southwest Florida tonight, full-scale devastation.
My daughter, man, she just started screaming through the house, and I jumped up, and when I ran out, at the same time I ran out, the door come flying to meet me, man.
And heartache along the beach. A multi-year rebuild stunted again by a hurricane.
It's heart-wrenching to have to keep going through this, but in all honesty, like all of our friends are here on this block. I think we all give each other the strength to continue.
On the streets of Fort Myers Beach, evacuated for days, Mayor Dan Allers showing us what it looks like this morning. Storm surge saturating the same neighborhoods devastated 2 years ago by Hurricane Ian.
We're an island of doers. These things punch you in the gut, but you just pick up. We've had some residents that this is the fourth time they'll be rebuilding their house.
This is an example of one of the homes we built after Hurricane Ian. And while it might not look that bad, you have to consider it was sitting on a 12-foot pylon and came all the way down off its foundation. Barrier islands up and down Florida's coast, often the most vulnerable to violent winds and surging waters. Many still inaccessible, but authorities have shared pictures of buckled roads on Captiva Island and homes burning on Matlacha, an archipelago of paradise, all evacuated.
They left, they listened, and now we'll hopefully within a day or day and a half, 2 days at the most, be able to get them back into their homes where they could start rebuilding again.
Sam Brock joins us tonight from Sanibel's Causeway. Sam, at the beginning there, you mentioned that curfew tonight for residents on Sanibel Island. Do we know why?
Yeah, so it starts at 9 o'clock p.m., goes to 6 a.m. If you look behind me, Tom, you'll see the checkpoints. Why is that going on? Sanibel Island right now has no water, no power. Authorities here say there's a critical piece of infrastructure. They have to fly onto the island to sort of recatalyze all of that. They're worried and warning residents that if you were to try to use your water, you could get sewage backed up in their homes. So that certainly explains why they're trying to be cautious. As far as why a curfew would be in place, presumably they just don't want people roaming around these streets where there's all these homes with no power, no anything. And we've obviously heard tales of looting and people doing untoward things in moments of crisis like this. That's the best that I can possibly imagine why they're cutting it off. But there's also a curfew in place for Sanibel when they had already evacuated the entire island. So we'll leave that to the folks that are making these decisions. But the reality right now, folks have been lining up all day trying to get in to see what their properties look like. It was true here. Tom, it was also true on Fort Myers Beach.
Sam, I know those areas very well. I grew up going to those beaches, Sanibel and Captiva. They're some of the best areas of Florida, some of the most beautiful areas of Florida, but they thrive off tourism. Can you give us more context about what these back-to-back-to-back hurricanes mean for a community like where you are tonight?
Gosh, that's such a good point, because I remember touring Sanibel Island, and I'm glad there's so many people out there like you who say they went with their grandparents or their families.
I don't think you guys care about this, but
Sanibel Island is just this special little gem.
So anyway, that's what's happening in Milton right now. Well, you can't see me, but that's okay. So yeah, this is Angel Power. Please follow, share, subscribe, all those things. Okay, love you.